Good Sunday to you. Oh yeah, you think it ends? Well, it doesn't. I'm back. Every fucking Sunday, whether you like it or not. We got something to talk about this week. It's about something that we all have to deal with sooner or later. All this world needs is a little population control. Now, it seems the world's problems stem from greed. We discuss this regularly here at Morgue Chat because it's an ongoing thing. Recurring theme in life, you might say. Yet this time we take greed to a different plane altogether. It's mortal greed. Now, things cost so much because other people sell the other people earthly goods based on supply and demand. Well, with populations growing at this exorbitant rate, that supply becomes more precious because we are demanding more shit. A completely different type of greed is then orchestrated by the all-powerful corporations. This is called consumer greed. And you're helping. A completely different greed. Generations of television-fed zombies running out, getting the newest toy available, even if they don't need it and can't afford it. We're sucked into this battle to control shit, to own cheaply made garbage at extraordinary costs. The newest, the biggest, the best. Now, the corporations couldn't be happier, and not to mention your own government, to rape the earth and pollute the sky to bring them to your local sheeple market. That is, until the powers that be realize that upheaval is imminent. It's going to happen. Being that there's too many people growing poor in this race to acquire, too many people eventually sucking on the government teat for sustenance, too many goddamn people altogether. Which brings us to our main topic this week, which is population control. In this suicidal human race, this idea is not only not far off, but is in effect at this very moment. Oh yeah, they're doing it. With the population growing constantly because of the mortal greed factor, this meaning that no one is dying properly, we want to live on indefinitely, even after we're infirm, useless, and ancient. That's fucked up. In our upcoming year's budget in the US of A alone, we are spending $700+ billion for Medicare and Medicaid alone. This mostly for the sustaining of lives that have no real usefulness. Oh, but we'll all suffer to keep your decrepit ass alive, feed you with a tube and change your bedpan and flip you like a pancake twice daily. Now, before, in better days, days of common sense, people were responsible for their own health, and then they died, because that's what people are supposed to do. Now we pollute ourselves with fast food, pharmaceuticals, and physical idleness, and then sue somebody for negligence, when it was goddamn well our own negligence. And then we cry to the government to save our pathetic asses with extraordinarily high hospital bills. Oh, I'd like the Fat Burger Deluxe with cheese, a large Coke, and how about an EKG with that? It's okay with the government because their corporate bedmates are busting out the profits. We've bred a whole new anti-Semitic population as gifts to these rich bastards. The kids nowadays are sanitized, sheltered, and nearly wrapped in plastic during their formative years. Now they have weak bodies because their own immunity system didn't have anything to strengthen itself on when they were growing. Therefore, they're going to eventually need antibodies, antitoxins, any fucking thing that can be put in the size of a pill. Then we get to the control part of our problem. Population control. The government can control a few things to help them out with this excess population. There's war. Always was. This used to be a great way to thin the masses, but now we've become so civilized that we can't take over other countries at the expense of precious human lives. No, there's always epidemic outbreak. You know, that always works pretty good. But it's got to be big. Big and world-encompassing to be beneficial to anybody. Now that we have this sickly, weak, pill-eating populace, it seems to me that the answer to their problems could be packed in the area the size of a pill. You gotta wash that down. Yes, depopulation in form of a pill taken thrice daily. It's genius, and the sheeple shall flay themselves voluntarily. Now, this only takes care of Americans in third world countries that we will dispense our brand of death to. Now, the Arab populations are the fastest growing peoples there are, and they still use ancient ways and holistic medicines to cure themselves. So obviously, we got to find a way to spread this generic stamping out in the form of hummus, halal, and falafel. Alright, the last message on this topic, we want you to take care of yourself here at Morgue Chat. We want you to live it up here at Morgue Chat. Then we want you to die, please! Now, I've noticed this is a little PS from myself. I've noticed the low viewer ratings here because it just seems to me that people don't want to hear the fucking truth. It's too sad and scary. Well, for the people who do, what you need to do is head out to IROC on the 23rd. It's a Saturday. Y'all can make it. Get to the IROC. I got a new project going. It's called Lucifer's Creation. We're going to be up there playing with Halloween and Generation Zero. I expect to see you. Now comes that beautiful time where I get to read from the book. Things you must know, things you're gonna know, because I'll never shut up. This is called Danger. Warning. In the event of complete laziness and irrelevance, please break glass and slash generously across the wrists. In the event of jealousy, remain calm as you hold your breath and turn blue until you get your own fucking way. In the event of envy, please obtain a seated position so that your head is placed between your knees so that you cannot possibly do anything worthwhile yourself. In the event of hope, disregard immediately and induce common sense with action. The book speaks the truth. The book is genius. Until next time, take a couple of these things to heart. Tell other people so that they can fucking live the way they're supposed to live and die. Morgue Chat.